Right then, welcome back. We're still in war with the Commonwealth, which has become almost a tradition by this point, as well as dealing with the Riga's revolt. For the time being, all I've done is occupy Riga. I can't afford to give anything else up. In dealing with them, so desperately need to deal with stuff. Good, I might be able to deal with enemies one by one. Would definitely be preferable. Although that does not seem to be the case. Great. Huh. Kipchak War for Independence. Wonder how long that's going to last. Not very. It's the most probable answer to that. I've only had the opportunity to siege down Bryansk anytime soon. Maybe we'll get the asthma back quickly, but it's all in dangerous positioning. Yeah, this is probably the best I can get in the way this war is going, so... Wait, Smolensk? Great. I thought it was Novell. Yeah, I'm gonna need to grab that back at some point. Alright, let me finish up engineering ideas as quickly as I can manage. So, Livland now has Riga. Well... Oh yeah, right. I can upgrade. One of the things in M&T is that you can't change the unit type while you're at war. This is because changing the unit type leads to a large loss of morale, which could be very detrimental during the fight, or well, in the middle of a war, especially with how slow morale tends to recover outside of your own territory. Alright, set up a road here. I'm gonna need in the future when dealing with, well, the Great Perms provinces. And they're colonizing Leopold too. Okay, you've colonized this province. Where are you heading to next? This big one, okay. Finally! Finally go ahead and send a merchant out to here to transfer the trade power to my land properly. Of course, I'll grab the merchant from Ruthenia. I'm barely earning any money from them. Like a couple hundredths of a ducat. Heading to the eastern Siberian, well, not eastern Siberia, western Siberia node will get me not just the 12% trade power, funneling in the correct direction, but also the boost of caravan power. And the effects of my own trade efficiency. That should be high enough to have at least a positive impact. You know what? I think I'll build these more galleys up. I'm going to need a navy eventually, and I've noticed that it's honestly started to become an issue with regards to dealing with Poland, the rest of the Commonwealth. Poland and allies. That's a good idea. Urban production power plus 15% and urban production skill plus 15%. Additionally, increased fort defense and maintenance reduced. Alright. That finishes out that. I can start getting back to filling up more admin technologies. And eventually picking up my next. Aha! So Grand Army Ideas has appeared by now. So it's probably one of the later ideas of standing army that was required. Reduce recruitment time, reduce land maintenance, reduce natural manpower, increase manpower growth, increase reinforce speed. Big increase to land force, then reduce production of discipline. I don't like that. Prestige from land battles and reduce reinforce cost and reduce regiment costs. Huh. A lot of buffs to make them more economic. And to raise recovery speeds. That buff to recovery speed sounds great though. And Torzok's now Russian. Lovely. This port is actually of some decent importance thanks to the fact that it's a natural harbor. I think it would be smart to set up a fort here in order to increase the size of a city that's building up here. And to prevent the greater nobles from doing anything too big with, well, the local fortifications. And it will also help defend myself against any attempted incursions via the Sapmi lands. Sapmi lands. So there's also something I forgot. There's also the fact that I recently obtained a higher level of forts, so I should go ahead and upgrade all of them in all my cities. Especially the ones that are still somewhat building up. So Pskov, what would have been Smolensk. It would also be smart to set some up here in Bryansk in order to help slow down my opponents and prevent them from gaining too much maneuver stability into my territory. I think I've got plenty of manpower for that style of thing. I suppose I want to let's. But I'm out of manpower. I don't think I have enough for... Never mind, I do have exactly enough. I'm just gonna use the army professionalism to act as an instant manpower, but I don't really need to do the one in Moscow, though, do I? Well, it's cheap enough, so that's still the rank 3 fortification. Oh yeah, and the autonomy effects are so... have so many reductions that it's not an issue. Huh. The city's ready for a workshop. So, get our university up first. Actually, no, wait a second. Nah, that would have too much of an impact on autonomy. Let's get the workshop up first, and then maybe look at it again later. These promises are shifting rather rapidly to Russia. That's right, Novgorodian might die out entirely. Again, this would not be my fault at all. I'm serious. This is just happening naturally. I do not wish to be blamed for any of this. Haha, no. I am not giving you that privilege. That is the maximum level for autonomy. You know how long it's going to take for me to get rid of that? Several years, at least 2 decades, if not more. Let's see here. Okay, I would think I'll remove the new high courtier tiles. If I can remove that, I gain more prestige. And I get less influence, which would help make things cheaper when it comes to, well, favors I can give them. And it makes it easier for me to revoke other reforms, which is always nice. Uh-oh. That was gonna happen eventually. Oh well. Oh no, that's a surprise. They're raiding the Commonwealth. Huh. Looks like Sibir got its independence too. Are they starting to fall apart? It's entirely reasonable for them to do that. But I sure hope they actually are. It would be nice to be able to just swoop in, attack, and then grab a bunch of territory. On the other hand, they've got a decent similar tech level to me, in most regards. And if I check and they also have their tribes mobilized almost certainly. And they have more troops on me than me in every count. At this very moment, I have almost double my current level of troops. Additionally, I would have to deal with Transoxiana. And their own vassals of Circassia and Trebizond. Yeesh. Double maintenance. I'd definitely be earning their keep. Sure. Right, so I've now got a view of the entire conflict that's occurring. Ah, so that was the war result. Or no, that's not the war result. That's a random event occurring. It seems like the Golden Horde still can't keep itself together. Finally, growth of the printing industry. Enables flying dragon guns. Alright, those are from East Asia. That's pretty sure. So, where did it spawn is the question. Pomerania. It does mean it will have a much easier time spreading to me compared to everywhere else. As it will spread overseas to a degree. Well, it likes to follow coastlines. Most institutions do. Of course, it has to be nearby friendly, and yeah, a lot of these don't like each other, so. Crimea's siege down. Is it still too much to ask for their vassalization? Yep. I want my claim, I want war reps. And I don't need that. Nor do I want any core return to occur. And asking for money will honestly make this into a much more open target for the Commonwealth, for example. So, quick piece. Especially since I have future plans for you. I am going to have to fabricate a claim on them in order to not have an excuse to have a war to vassalize them. Actually, yeah, I probably should fix that. In fact, utility, regional relation menu. Allow land recommendation. Okay, apply and exit. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, now that fixes that. I didn't realize regional relation actually deleted the thing from the entire world, not even any colonization. That should at least not break any colonizers. I know it's a I was about to say a little late, but it's in actuality a lot late for that, but there's nothing better I can do. Alright, now's a good time to stop. So, the Golden Horde is beginning to fall apart. Oh, come on, do you need to grab these? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take more territory off Crimea. I guess that removes any hopes of vassalizing. I have to take everything by force. Great. I lost against the Commonwealth. I'm glad I didn't take more territory. The revolt here ended with Riga becoming part of Livland, although Riga, funnily enough, still exists. And yeah, there's key separatists here. And the Golden Horde is dealing with multiple revolts. Used to be, anyway. Yeah. I don't see much else that has changed. Not really. So yeah. I'll see you again next time. Until then. Bye.